All right, bet. We are streaming on the YouTube. I reacted to his own chat. Are you going for longs or for shorts? I'm looking for longs, but again, I'm totally open to switching my bias if we start dumping really hard into the 200 SMA starts to slope down and we start forming a strong downtrend going to fill the gap, right? I don't care the fact that we're going to fill the gap. I just care that we're trending. And if we go to the gap with strength, we're probably going to create a trend and I'll go there. Look at my son doing so good. Tattoo, bro. We missed you, bro. If we go to the gap, we'll just ride its momentum. Exactly. That's all we'll do. If it's going to go to the gap, like we have a big move to the gap. I can literally pin it so we can like keep a watch on it. Like this is where the low of the gap is. Here's the, I mean, we can just, whatever. Right, we're going to have a long way down. If we start falling really hard, 200 estimate will start sloping down like this. And at this point, we'll probably take a trade around like 9:45-ish. And then it'll form something like this. And then probably at this point, we'll take a trade. Somewhere around here, probably. If it starts forming like this. And then bang. Momentum candle. Short. Stop us to the low. Target this. 1.7 RR. Bang. Smack that. Yeah, it's been starting to slope down, but it's still sloping up, though. We're not ready to take some shorts yet. Trade candles. Adrian, if you're 1K in drawdown, depends. What's your strategy? Do you have a higher win rate strategy or do you have a lower win rate strategy? Would you say you're above 50% or below 50%? You only trade with me? Then I would say go for 20 to 30%, whichever is more comfortable to you. $400? No, that's not. That's 40%. Adrian, you gotta do your maths, bro. Come on. $400 is 40% of 1,000. 20 to 30, or 20 to 30. It's gonna be 200 to 300 bucks per trade. G-monitor hitting RO? Yeah, Hunter, that's hard, bro. We got the full wide monitor. You can view the full day's 1 minute price action on one without having to scroll back and forth. No, Hunter definitely reinvested, especially in his setup. Bro got a $2.5 thousand PC. What's your margin per trade? How much dollar do you start the trade with? Mika, I don't personally trade a live account, so there's no really margin I have to pay attention to. So there's not necessarily, I don't have to worry about margin at all. This pullback's too hard. It's it's not that bad of a pullback. It's just we're not really looking ready to take some shorts yet because what's it called? SMA is not sloping down yet. That's strong. We need to start clearly sloping down, like clearly. This is also a similar example to what I mentioned earlier. Someone else said, when the candle closes below the candle body but not above the wick, like, am I gonna take the setup? Well, I probably wouldn't take this. If I do, I'd take it with a lot lower risk because it's asking a lot more momentum out of price. So if I took the trade, I'd take it a lot lower risk. But yeah, because we have it's a huge candle body, so we're asking a lot of price. Any news today? Nah, we don't got news until like 3 hours. It's orange folder. How many pullbacks do you want to see following the trend to enter position? That's a good question. Honestly, I don't really. It depends on the strength of the trend. If the trend isn't as strong, meaning you see how strong we're dumping, hard on this, I don't really need to see too many pullbacks because I already know we have strength to the downside. If we get one small pullback, a weak pullback, and then a stronger continuation, I'll enter. But if it's a weaker move up like this, let me give you an example. I can't find a good example, but if it's a weaker move up with kind of more frequent pullbacks, then I'll want to see more, obviously, higher highs and higher lows before I take a trade. But just as long as the criteria are met, then you know you're safe. All right, SMA starting to slope down, but I'm not probably going to take a trade yet. I want to see us maintain. If we pull back here and then move down, I'll probably take it on the next one once we have full confirmation that we're like already sloping down, because if this thing does a pullback, then the MA line will probably start to go flat, and then momentum candle, right? I won't take that. I'll probably take this trade where it does this, and we still won't even be at the gap yet. We'll still have a lot of move to get to the gap. My SMA indicator is just literally moving average simple on TradingView. It's SMA. Impatience kill traders, 100%. How many lots do you enter a trade with when you get into a trade? I trade on you funded here. You can fill lots dollar amount. Yeah, so Mika, I enter with 1 to 3 minis, like depending on the size of the trade. That's it. 1 to 3 minis. On FXG, the trend never goes this low under the SMA line. Nah, it's impossible. So you're telling me this is the only day it's ever happened? What's up, Jonathan? All right, so we are getting that move down now. We are falling, guys. We are absolutely falling. Okay, now we should get a pullback. Two candle pullback and then entry for shorts. Okay, I liking this pullback. I'm still liking this pullback. A little stronger than I'd want, but I'm still okay with it. Strong PA today? Yeah, we do have a lot of strong PA today. How much did we move so far? Okay, we've already moved 260 points to the downside. Like, it's nothing. This could be very good. I want to see kind of some hesitation. I want to see some hesitation before we get another short, before we get a short play, just to show that price is hesitating. It's not as bearish anymore. But maybe I don't know if you even want to enter off this candle. Nah, I'm not entering off this candle. Too small of a momentum candle compared to the previous price action. It's low probability trade. Bigger pullback, bigger RR. Usually, yeah. Like, this candle would be what? Jesus, 4 RR. But it's a low probability trade in my eyes. Pullback is pretty strong. The body of the candle is small, a lot smaller than the pullback candles. Still have a bottom wick too, which is not that biggie. It's a small bottom wick, but I forgot to say it's called the SMA line indicator. It's called moving average simple. That's it. Still waiting for the live to load. You guys can see my live, right? No, I think it's fine. Damn, if you guys took this trade, you guys are gonna be banking. Damn. Low probability trade even played out. That is wild. This is why I wait for the A+ setups. This was a B+ setup, but I don't take B+. You don't take third candle? I didn't want to take the third candle. Reason being is it is like already a little past the swing low. So yeah, I don't like, it's already, I mean, swing high. So we're a little past it already, so I don't want to enter. I ideally want to enter at the pullback, not like right here. Even though it worked as well here, 1-to-1. Wait for the pullback, then go for a seller, expecting a trend reversal soon. I mean, I'm looking to play in the direction of the trend. I don't really care when we reverse. Like, as long as all the criteria are met, I'm gonna look for a play to the trend, in the direction of the trend. I don't care about the gap. I don't care about none of that. None of that matters to my strategy. Not gonna start implementing gaps randomly into my strategy. You took that one, W Dax. Dax, are you on a fund? Are you on your funded? I'm itching not being able to trade because of payout. Eval? Okay, bet. Remember, if we do get another momentum candle, I'm still open to take shorts. Like, if a candle closes like that, I'm literally ready to jump in that. I'm ready to jump in that hoe. You just can't blue ball. You just can't blue ball with me right now. Grabbed as well. Nice, guys. As long as you guys are learning, that's good. You guys are understanding where to enter, what is the setup, right? All it is now is you guys finding what is A+ for you guys through experience of applying the strategy. It's all it is. It's all it's left. Come on, give us a dumpy on this candle. I ideally want to see the body of this candle bigger than the previous bodies on the pullback. Find the A plus is the hardest thing, but watching you explain why you don't take some trades we learned. Yeah, that's facts. That's W. I think a C minus to feel something. That's funny. I like this hesitation though. I like this indecision. Indecision and then transfer the strength to shorts. That would be nice. Okay, not why are we pumping? Come on. If we pump really hard above this high, I'm not gonna like it. I like the way you trade. Let's get it, food. Welcome. If we can get a strong momentum count to the downside, I'm talking the size of like this candle to the downside, like this. That will be a fire entry. Maybe this candle. Is it going to give us strength? Yeah, I'm trying to piece off that candle. All right, we're off that candle. Let me mark it on the chart so you guys can see where it is. Targeting the previous swing low. Okay, this is going to be a huge trade. Let's see it play out. TP's at 18,987. All right. Letting this bad boy run. Strength NQ instead of MNQ and hit TP for 1 point. Oh my god, that's funny. Alright, we're like halfway to TP almost. And we start pull back. In drawdown. Is it gonna stop us out? Are we getting stopped out? Are we getting stopped out? And stopped out. We're out on that one, guys. We're out. Hit stop loss. Yeah, we entered off this momentum candle, exited off of hitting stop loss top of the momentum candle. Into 3 cons, 3 minis. It was a valid setup, guys. Valid setup in the playbook. Very valid setup. Let's see if we can fall back down and then get a pullback, and then we'll take another move. We're still open another move. We're not done after that one trade. right? But we want to see some continuation. We're kind of pulling back a little hard, back to the moving average line. We want to kind of see that next leg down, and then we could possibly get another move for the day. Exactly. Very, very wise words. What matters is the rules we followed. You have to lose to win. We can't win every single trade, guys. You have to understand that. I know I was complaining everything, but I'm not mad anymore. I couldn't trade. Did you get into that trade? Yeah, we just took this trade. We lost. I'm not looking at the PNL yet, but this is the last trade for today so far. Right, I want to see this thing come down, break past these lows, and then we'll take another play because we're pulling back, forming higher highs, slightly more than my liking. Why not 1-to-1 R? 1-to-1 R did work, but I wanted us to target the previous swing low because it gave us a better RR. Lost 1% is too much of a risk. 1%, I mean, it depends on how much drawdown room you have. If your drawdown room is 2%, then that might be too much risk. For 2K, I lost 500. That's not bad. That's like 25% of your drawdown. That's fire. That's perfect. Sure, I have 2.3K in a matter of 3 seconds. Yeah, even if you get momentum candles like this to the downside, I'm not taking it. I only want the best setups. This candle is forming good for a nice play to the downside, but I'm not taking it. If you guys want to take a more high-risk setup, this is pretty much a setup, but too big of a pullback for me. We are forming higher highs, and it's not what I want. Come on, make that move down, and then give us a pullback, and then we'll enter. It's been a very valid setup. What are the things you check? I've watched your video on the full strategy. I mean, all the setups I take, in my opinion, are very valid setups because they align with the trend. This one is like an A- setup. I would say A-. The reason being is because we pulled back on this one a little further than my liking, and I'd want a stronger candle like this body. But like this is what, 30 points. This candle was like, I guess it's the same, kinda. But yeah, I just can't win them all. Plain and simple. Just because a trade loses doesn't mean it's a bad trade, right? My strategy has a 65-70% win rate. Does that mean every trade is gonna be a winner? I don't have a 100% win rate, right? Even the highest probability A++ setup. All right, it was weird seeing you lose. Feels like, I know, dude. We've been killing it, like literally all of 2025. Yeah, finally missed, bro. It's actually insane, guys. I'm not a market maker. I'm sorry. I don't win every trade. Like, guys, Blake as well. Blake's been using his swing trading strategy. I think he said he's been on a losing streak too, but he's not going to change it up because he has the data to back it up to know that it works long term. He's been using it long enough to know that it works. And that's why you guys should view your strategies as well, right? The losing period is a test to see if you're going to change your shit up. Are you going to change your profitable strategy? Going to get emotional change after a few losses? You have to like create these. Proper risk, and you know the percentage makes it hard to be well. Exactly. Like if you know, you see that your strategy has a 65 to 70% win rate, you see that number, you look at that statistic, like it's like, you know, you're not going to win every trade. If you lose, you know it's just part of the like losses that are in the sequence of wins and losses in the part of your strategy. Nah, Blake got big old balls for sure. But yeah, let's see this thing get down to these lows, bro. Why are we having no volatility? Come on. Pick up that pressure. Yeah, we're going to need this thing to pick up some pressure to the downside, and then we can get a short play. But we can't be chopping it up here. We're looking for value gaps. No, I don't use fair value gaps with this strategy. Years of changing strategies taught me better. Definitely same for me, Blake. All right, Hunter. Now you're a woulda, coulda, shoulda trader. I know you can't. That's kind of the same candle as this right here. Oh, you didn't see him fiending for a live account on the chat? Yeah, Hunter, why do you want to open a live account, bro? Just keep using prop firms. Nah, ain't no JK, bro. Let me call real quick for dumps. IQ, bro, call up the market makers, bro. Do what you need to do. Make this shit fall. Come on. We're waiting. Make this shit fall. Yeah, lock in. Come on. Philippines took 2 losses last week. By Tuesday, had to sit out until today. I'm gonna tell BlackRock to sell their shares. Yeah, do it. Tell them, bro. Stop holding on to that bullshit. All right. Why did you tell him to buy more? Some big black candles. I'm seeing big green candles. Ain't no BBCs here. But I don't know. We'll take your word for it. MA line is almost flat right now, so there's literally no setup. Yo, what you eat for breakfast today? About as, bro, it's literally same thing every day, bro. I'm about to toss up a rice cake, strawberries, almond butter, honey, eat that, go to the gym, come back, eat like four boiled eggs, and then we're good. Consolidation of doom. Imagine you caught a buy, crazy buy. So now we're just imagination traders. Boiled eggs. Bro, it's fire. I don't have to put any sort of like butter or oil to like add to the calories. How much I lost her? Jordan, I don't think it'd be that much. I entered with one contract because it was like an A- setup, but I don't think the loss was that big. I haven't looked at the PNL yet. I'll send you guys the PNL after the trading window. I don't want to look at the PNL yet. We'll take one more trade if we get an opportunity. If we take one more trade, I'll show you guys after that. Our imaginary 1.5k. Nah, lost on a person kind of do hit different. Tell Hunter, bro, don't get a live account, bro. If you go on tilt or something goes wrong, all that money you're gonna have to say bye bye to. But if it's a prop firm, you just lost the funded account. Less risky. Esme saying bullish. Yeah, if like we could still take a bullish play, by all means. We could still take a bullish play. We just gotta continue strength to the upside, and we gotta hold above the moving average line for another 10 candles. So until here, if we don't break back below it, okay, we broke back below it. But bullish opportunity is still valid. Pullback, momentum candle, whatever. We can get a trade maybe here if we push up really, really strong. I don't know. We'll see. Or am I allowed to like mix up using micro minis or Apex reject my payout? Just, I mean, it depends. Like, for what reason? Like, what are you doing it for? Like, is it because you want to risk a dollar amount for your stop loss and like you have to go down to the minis? If you keep a kind of consistent position sizing and like don't trade like 5 micros one day and then, or 2 micros one day and then 3 minis the other day, then yeah. But like, for example, you guys see sometimes like the other days I trade one mini and then sometimes 3 minis, but that depends on the volatility. Sometimes they're like a lot more volatile, and I have to enter with one mini instead of 3. Also, sometimes when it's like an A- setup, I can enter 1 mini instead. They always like 8 micro instead of 1 mini scale them are. That's fine. Just don't go too low. I would say even though if you're close to payout, still trade the same sizing. Don't reduce your size. You do trade minis or on every. You trade minis or every. Wait, I don't get your question. I trade minis. I don't trade micros. I don't know if that's what you're asking. No trades yet. Yeah, it could be a no trade day, guys. Remember, patience is key. Don't trade when it's not A plus. Right? You guys need to understand. There are days where you're going to lose. There are days where you're going to win. And it's all a matter of did you follow your strategy or not. If you didn't follow your strategy and you won, that could enforce some really bad habits and lead you to have a big risk of ruining your account. Stress free, yeah, for sure. Trading's actually teaching me some good discipline. It is, bro. I'm telling you, it will teach you definitely good discipline. If only I had insider info. No, IQ's our market maker, bro. IQ has the info. There is like a 10% chance we get a play right here. Again, guys, we do have an active giveaway running. If you want if you want to be part of a or have a chance to win a 50K challenge account with Apex or Top Step, you guys can enroll in that by going to the announcements channel and leaving a review on that website on the WAP page, and that'll put you into the giveaway automatically. So leave a review there and you guys will be placed into the giveaway for a chance to win a 50K challenge account. On Apex, can you play 36, or on Apex, can you explain the 30% consistency rule better? Like if I made a 1K, I made in a day 1K, they need to have 3.3K to be able to withdraw, or how does it work? So Catalin, all you need to know is your profit in one single day can't be greater than 30% of your total profit. For example, let's say they also, if you guys don't understand consistency rule, pay attention. I'm telling you guys exactly, like in a very simple explanation. Day one equals $200 or plus $200. Day two equals plus $500. Day three equals plus $300. So let's say I traded for 3 days. All right. Now my total profit equals 1,000. Okay. And my biggest day is day two. Okay. 500, which is divided by 1,000. Okay. Let's see. My single day's profit, my biggest single day's profit is 500. My total profit is 1,000. The consistency rule states that my single day's profit shouldn't be greater than 30% of the total profit. Okay, if we do 500 divided by 1,000, that's equal to 50%. Okay, it's greater. This is not meeting the 30% criteria. Yeah, Lynn, we're probably not getting a setup today unless we dump really strong and we get a pullback, but probably not. Okay, so in order to, we need this to be 30%. This needs to be 30%. How do we make that 30%? We do the maths. Okay, what's 500 divided by 30% or divided by 0.30? This is going to tell us how much profit we need to get to so that our biggest day fits under the 30% criteria. If we do the maths, 500 divided by 0.3, that's 1,600 profit. Need to make 16, you could say 1667 to meet 30% consistency rule. Okay, does that make sense, y'all? That should fully break down the consistency rule so it's not complicated at all. Six, seven. Just took a nice dumpy. I'm not talking about trading. All right, you're okay, Earl. That's very nice. 6-7. What do you guys? Why are you guys saying 6-7? What does that mean? Dog, what does 6-7 mean? I'm 24. That means lucky, bro. What? Okay, what the hell does 6-7 mean, bro? All right. Bro, what? Alright, y'all just... Nah, too much brain rot, guys. Come on. Y'all need to lock in. Too much on TikTok, not enough on FX replay. Can you explain Top Step's requirements for the $50 funded? What do you mean requirements? Shares of 30%. Nice. Yeah, guys. No setup for me. No setup for me now. Only first setup. So, I guess we can take a look at the PNL. I don't think it'll be that big. I'm estimating it to be around like a $600 loss. $600 loss. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. We ended up, what is this? 500 per account, around like $2,500 loss total. Good risk management. I entered lighter. Reason being is because A- setup. Candle, I want it to be bigger. Ideally, no wicks. We did have a little bit of hesitation as the candle was forming. And I just like instinctively had a feeling we weren't probably going to go down this low, because we did pull back, make a higher high, and we didn't have as much strength. So this is a huge RR trade. So I was okay with going one contract and then having a 1 to 3 RR, which equates to what? If this hit take profit, that would be $1,500 per account, which I'm totally okay with. So we entered one contract per account, $500 loss, W. Right, W loss. Happy with the loss. I'm happy with today's loss. Damn, one losing day, everyone's brain rotting. Yeah. Your best camera though, fuck, can't drop below 2K. All right, let's launch up the TikTok live. Experience bad fills on some of your copy trades? No, not necessarily, but you can see how they're not also all exact. So I guess you could say that I did get some bad fills, but it's nothing crazy because it's still funded accounts are on sim, so it's not that crazy. If you guys are still trading, shorts are still valid. Like if we're able to break below this low, I would say shorts might be pretty valid. And once we pick up strength. But I'm done trading for today, y'all. Let's launch up the TikTok live and do some trade recap, Q&A, and everything in between. Oh, I forgot to put the entries and exits. Silly me. Yes, Ty, I do 5 funded accounts. Yeah, same thing as Hunter. It's not too big of a difference. Like literally, like this trade was $5 here and there, like $5-6 here and there. But when I trade bigger, if you guys look at the other trades that we took, all right. Okay, why is this on here still? The new Rolex. New Rolex is kind of hard. Like this one, we had fill difference on our exit of around what, like $50. Yeah, I guess it's proportional when you have bigger trades. Yeah, screw this gap. Nobody worry about no goddamn gap. Scarier than news too. That was some slow math. What math? That wasn't any math. I think too much. What rule are you guys even talking about? Wait, Mika, are you talking? Wait, what trade? The one you did? We entered 5. Basically, we entered 5 minis. So what's the margin required for 5 minis? So that's going to be 1,000 times 5. That's 5,000. I mean, wait, but why 200K? Why 170 to 200K? If it's 200K, then each account will be like 0.5% risk or 0.25% risk. Are you done for today? Yeah, we're done. I'm watching the TikTok live right now. I'm just getting the thing set up right now. Music. All right. Hold up. All right, let's go live here. I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube.